Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Detroit Lions, but with the new addition of David Monty. So I'm super excited to do this because I think David Monty is super underrated. And sorry, Lions fans watching this, I'm just not a believer in DeAndre Swift. I was whenever he got drafted. I honestly thought he was the best running back going to be in that class. I don't know, he hasn't lived up to my expectations. There's still potential, obviously. But with David Monty in this running back room, I think he's going to completely sit in David Monty's shadow. But for the rest of the team, we got Ross St. Brown, who has an X Factor, actually. I didn't know that. Jared Goofball, who honestly, I'm going to give him star dev. If you want to complain in the comments, you can. Dude had a top 10 quarterback season. This season, he was a top 10 quarterback if you look at his stats. Don't be like, oh, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Go look at his stats. Dude is most definitely a top 10 quarterback this year. But anyways, we got Jameson Williams, DJ Chark, who I don't think they're going to re-sign in real life. Offensive line looks great. Tight end, we need to do something about that. Defensively, Aiden Hutchinson has superstar Romeo Okwara, Charles Harris, Mike Hughes, Jeff Okudah, Amani Oruwariye. And these are my updated rosters that I got. And also, Deshaun Elliott just recently got signed by the Miami Dolphins. So we're going to see what we got for the 2022 retirements. If anything happens to the Lions past March 15th, 7:17 p.m., sucks. Sorry, I'm not going to change it. NFC North, Matt Ryan apparently retires on the Packers. Okay, I guess the CPU auto-signed him from my free agency, so ignore that. And Mike Hughes, I think, is probably just going to walk to free agency. Same thing with DJ Chark. Amani Oruwariye, I think what happened, same thing. So all of these guys I'm going to let hit free agency. And I'm going to skip out on free agency just because I don't want to accidentally sign a player, then someone complain in my comments for weeks on end about how a certain player went somewhere else and not to the Lions. So let's move in to the draft. In the draft, I have the Detroit Lions. I have them mocked to go to Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech. 6'6", 275, amazing athlete, hidden dev. I think he's going to fill the other edge rusher position that the Lions need. And I think I'll move him to right end because I think currently Aiden Hutchinson is playing left end. With my other first round pick, I'm picking up defensive back Kelee Ringo out of Georgia. Unfortunately, he only has normal dev, but he's a great athlete and has good skills. So apart from that, I think he's a good player. After the draft, I think the offense is honestly looking pretty good. Defensively, though, man, I hate always doing this, but it needs to be a 4-3, bro. Like, I mean, come on. There's no chance I'm actually going to rock out with that bad of a team. With that bad of a defense, I mean, other than the D-line. I usually go Kansas City offense and Dallas offense and Kansas City defense whenever I'm in a 4-3. Then I switch around to Pittsburgh's defense if I'm in a 3-4. Aiden Hutchinson is a left end, correct? He is a left end. I was just making sure that the CPU didn't have it mixed up. So I'm going to take Tyree Wilson and officially move him to right end so that way the CPU doesn't always keep confusing him. Malcolm Rodriguez, I'm just going to keep out right outside linebacker. And Tyree Wilson is now officially at right end. I think that was a good pickup. I also think Kelee Ringo is a good pickup despite his overall. And yeah, Kelee Ringo, I'm honestly going to start. Yes, they have Cam Sutton and Jeff Okudah here. I'm starting Kelee Ringo just because I want him to develop. Also, Tracy Walker, can I cut him? Because I have Kirby Joseph. Yeah, I'm going to cut Tracy Walker. I'm going to get $4 million back with the penalty. And yeah, everyone else here looks pretty good. Specialist. Tyree Wilson. I'm gonna put even Ringo in the slot. I want him to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, if not Tyree Wilson to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Making sure everything's good. Kirby Joseph should not be my sub linebacker, so let's not do that. And honestly, I think I'm gonna have to refresh the roster because if Kirby Joseph was at my sub linebacker, then the CPU probably doesn't have it right to start with. So got all that. Yeah, now that's all corrected like that. And offensively, we look good. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-2 top of the division. Somehow our offensive points per game is 27th, but we're 5-2. I mean, as long as we're winning, I don't care. Do I scout a QB to replace Jared Goofball? Our defense is ranked 4th in points per game. I think, dude, I'm conflicted. I'm going to keep it at QB. I'm actually going to keep it there. It depends how Jared Goff performs. I still might draft one in the second round to put him on the hot seat just in case. But DeAndre Swift doesn't want to be here. I'm not going to tie him here. I'm going to tie Jeff Okudah, though, with pick number 3 in the draft. God, even with player friendly, he doesn't want to be here. How much does DeAndre Swift want? I'm not paying you $6 million a year just to be a backup. Jonah Jackson is a player that I need to keep on this team. This isn't even a hugely expensive deal because he'll develop over time, so he resigns with that. Why does nobody want to play, though, is my question. Nobody just wants to be here. He wants to be close to home, can't bring Texas here, and he wants no state income tax. Okay, dude, like, Michigan's state income tax isn't even horrible. At least you don't live in California or New York, bro. Like, come on. Everyone wants no state income tax, I'm aware, but come on, dude. Anyways, let's move in it to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing 9-8, second in the division. That was kind of a downtrend on the year, and we lose the division because we lose the Packers in Week 18, but we're here to face the 10-7 New York Giants, who probably have C.J. Stroud at quarterback. Jared Goofball did terrible. He's off the team, 28th best offense and 4th best defense. 4,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, 9 receptions. Like, that's not a terrible ratio, just pass rating 94. I'm going to replace him. David Montgomery, 12 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,200 yards. Good. That's nice. Receiving-wise, Hunter Bryant is our leading receiver. That's not good. Defensively, Malcolm Rodriguez, 134 tackles for a loss, 18 for Liam McNeil, sacks 12.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 12 for Tyree Wilson with 13 sacks in his rookie year. That's great. Cameron Sutton with 3 interceptions. Safeties on the team is 1 for Liam McNeil, and defensive touchdowns is 1 for Keely Ringo. Hopefully he gets the development upgrade. But let's see what we got here against the New York Giants to see if we can get our first playoff win in what, like a decade? And we do not. Okay, let's move into the offseason. And the Chiefs beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson with the Ravens wins the league MVP. Damn. No rookie of the... Well, Tyree Wilson wins rookie of the year, but not for Keely Ringo. So Tyree Wilson probably has at least superstar depth, and we have a bunch of money to spend, by the way. Offensively, we look the exact same. Defensively, Tyree Wilson does have superstar depth now because of that. Keely Ringo doesn't get star depth. That hurts. Our strong safety, though. Okay, he's young. He has some potential there, but I don't know how much potential. Maybe I will have to get his replacement. But anyways, let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Adam Thielen re-signs with the Vikings, then retires. Okay, I guess. And let's see the players ready to negotiate, as we have DeAndre Swift doesn't want to be here. Jeff Okudah. I already gave him very player-friendly deal. I'm going to increase the bonus. Ugh. Do I really want to pay? No, I'm not paying $10 million a year for an 82 overall. He's going to have to risk it in free agency. I'm sorry. I'm not paying $10 million a year for that. I can probably find something better in free agency, so let's move into it. So after free agency, I did indeed find someone better than Jeff Okudah, getting A.J. Terrell and Bryce Hall. 2 huge improvements to the secondary. Let's get into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up strong safety Patrick Roten out of Oklahoma. There's no good quarterbacks on the board. 5'11", 220, normal dev, 89 speed. Only normal dev, but it's fine. I think he's going to be pretty good overall. In the second round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Roy Pryor out of Auburn. Pass coverage, 6'2", 227, good athleticism and hidden development. Unfortunately, this was the best quarterback on the board. Decent athleticism, 89 throw power. He has the size. It's just unfortunate how this QB draft class panned out, but he doesn't seem horrible. So this is the team going into the next season. Stanton is a 67 overall. Sure, let's just give the rookie a chance, if I'm being honest, because Jared Goff's already regressing, and I'm going to switch up this defense back to Kansas City and the Pittsburgh playbook. So wherever Kansas City is, there it is, and then Pittsburgh, wherever it is, if I can find it at any year. Should I do Tampa Bay? No, it's fine. I'll just do Pittsburgh. Let's try that out. And Jared Goff, if I have Jared Goff on this team, there's honestly no point to keeping him around anymore. So, well, if I have Jared Goff bench, so what better place to send him off than to the Commanders, who love mid-white QBs. So he's off to the Commanders for a second-round pick. I think that's fair. So Stanton is now going to be our new leader here. And Parker, apparently CPU picked up this guy. That's fine. Mitchell, I guess I have to sign a second string QB before I do anything, or else the CPU is just going to auto adjust everything that I have here. So let's go to free agents. Let's get him a mentor, if anything. Player tags, none. I'm not talking about the religion. Dude, what? There's no mentors at all in this. That is crazy. Well, we're going to get the GOAT, Cooper Rush, so why not? Here we are at the midseason markets. We are 4-3, top of the division. Offense is doing good. Defense is suddenly doing bad now, just because that's how it always works. If you go in the Kansas City defense, you're going to do good. If you go in the Kansas City offense, you're going to do bad in defense. It's just vice versa. It's really annoying. Scouting national focus. I think we're just going to have to deal with QB again because we don't know if Stanton's going to be the guy. I mean, yeah, our offense is doing good now, but I think that's mainly just because of the playbooks and the schemes. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we have here. As we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who doesn't want to be here. I'm going to hold him here forever. We do not have a franchise QB is what he wants, and he resigns. Penei Sewell, definitely want to keep him around, so I'm going to tie him to this contract. Cooper Rush can walk. David Monty is the entire reason why this rebuild is here. Let's improve the bonus. And he resigns. And Taylor Decker. I don't want to pay you this much. 2 years. Fine. 2 years. Aleem McNeil has star dev, so I do want to tie him since he's so young. And he resigns. Cam Sutton can walk, honestly. Strong safety is not bad. For how cheap this is, I'll be cool with the 2-year deal with him. He resigns. And everyone else here can just walk. Don't really have an interest in them. So, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing 7-10. EA schemes, dude. You can't ever beat EA in any of their schemes that they give you. Multiple zone run, 4-6 defense. I'm going to go... Shit, dude. Do I go Tampa Bay offense? Shit, dude. This is so frustrating. I always keep trying to find the next best playbook. We're going to have to... Damn it, dude. Okay, Kansas City, I'm being really conflicted right now. And New York Giants defense. We're gonna try that. Because EA is really pissing me off right now. Stats and awards, let's see what we got for our rookie QB. Not bad, but he's in a passing offense. Pretty good rookie year, honestly. 21st best offense, 23rd best defense. But he's not good enough to actually excel this team. So, honestly, we'll have to move on. David Montgomery, 13 touchdowns, 4.0 per carry. Receiving-wise, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Kurt Trammer, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Defensively, Roy Pryor, the rookie, 122 tackles for a loss, 27 for Aiden Hutchinson, sacks, 10.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 8.5 for Tyree Wilson, interception 3 for Roy Pryor. Safeties is 1 for Levi Onwuzurike, and defensive touchdowns is 1 for Bryce Hall. So anyways, we need to fix our quarterback situation. Let's move in to the offseason. And the Bills beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP. And the Lions, Roy Pryor wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, so that better be at least Superstar Dev because he came with at least star to start with. Let's see the development upgrades. Our QB got one. Okay. So at least we have a depth QB. That's something that's good to know. But I don't think he's going to be the future of this team because I do not have 10 years to rebuild the team. Trammer gets star dev, so that's just good depth. Parker has star dev, that's fine as well. That's good depth. Defensively, Pryor has superstar. Aiden Hutchinson gets X Factor. Defense is looking a lot better. Keely, Ringo, honestly, our secondary is pretty good now. So let's move in to the re-signed players. In the NFC North, we have Hitman and Cody Whitehair retiring. No Lions have retired yet, I don't think. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we have here. As we have nobody of interest. So apart from that, we have a lot of money to spend. Let's move to free agency. In the first round, I'm picking up quarterback Nathan McFarland. Yes, I know it seems a little late to develop a QB this late in the rebuild, but he's 6'6", 227, North Dakota State, 94 throw power, decent athleticism, good acceleration, not so much good speed. He just has A's across the board. I couldn't let him fall. He looked great. With my second round pick, I'm picking up middle linebacker Clyde Sherman out of LSU. Pass coverage, hidden developments, 90 speed, 91 acceleration, 86 agility. He looks pretty good. And also, I forgot to show free agency. I got Michael Pierce and I also got Pete Werner. My bad. I forgot to show that. And with my other second round pick that I got for Jared Goff, Nicholas Lucas, tight end out of Florida State, 6'5", 245. I know we already have our other tight end, but this guy could be a higher overall. Could use some depth at the position. Why not? And in the third round, I'm picking up right guard Javier Penn out of NC State, 6'3", 328 pounds, big boy, and hidden dev, 84 strength. He looks pretty decent. This is the team after the draft. McFarland's a 73, but he's not starting. There he is. Okay, now he's starting. Penn's a 73. Lucas is a 75. We had a great offensive draft there. Hopefully they can develop in time. That's a big hopefully, though. Sherman, I want to move up. Pearson is someone the CPU drafted. Their team honestly looks pretty good, and Roten has star dev. I didn't even notice that. That's exactly why I got him. If you guys didn't see in the draft, I signed Michael Pearson free agency and Pete Werner in free agency. I just forgot to show it. And yeah, team looks pretty good. Is there any depth running backs? Because I would like to have more depth at the running back position. Maybe AJ Dillon is there because he's usually there. We're not. Ooh, James Cook. I'm not going to re-sign Jamal Williams. Sorry, I'm not going to put him back on the team. James Cook, though, is someone that I would like to have back. Well, not back, but someone I would like to have on the team. Here we are at the midseason mark because we were 2-5. What the hell is our quarterback doing, bro? Oh, dude. At least our defense can be good if I switch up the playbook back to what I had. It just whatever. What? I did not say to use the Chargers offense. Why would I want to use the Chargers offense? The Giants defense clearly isn't working. Oh my God, this is infuriating. Sure, Dallas defense. Let's try the Dallas defense. Dude. Maybe that makes a difference. I know it will for the offense because I don't want to use the Chargers playbook because it sucks. Scouting national focus. Defensive tackle maybe, because maybe Michael Pierce will retire because we don't necessarily need anything else. Let's see the players we need to re-sign for the final year coming up because this is season 3. But let's see what we got. Aiden Hutchinson doesn't want to be here. Guess what, Aiden Hutchinson? I forgot to pick up your 5th-year option, so I'm going to give it to you now. And for those of you guys that cry in the comments, I don't care. Because this is now the 5th-year option that he deserves to get because it should be a part of his contract. Same thing with Jameson Williams. I'm not going to pay you whenever I could just give you your 5th-year option. So that's what I'm going to do here. I just sometimes forget about it, but sure. Let's add a little bit of realism and give him their 5th year. Kirby Joseph doesn't want to be here because no state income tax. He wants to go to Florida, and he doesn't have a mentor. Kirby Joseph, just sign, bro. Just sign. Thank you. I have to overpay for all of these players because they just hate it here in Detroit. They hate life here in Detroit. I would too. Everyone else here can walk. Don't really care about them. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in at 2 of the playoffs if we can even make it. Here we are in the playoffs going 10-7, top of the division, taking it from the Packers, coming off a loss to the Chargers. God, I hate their playbook. Stats and awards, rookie QB. Great comeback on the season. Great rookie year. 13th best offense in the NFL. 12th best defense. Great comeback on the year. Kind of like how they had in real life. 1,600 yards, 40 touchdowns, 13 receptions is too many, but 101 pass rating for a rookie is pretty good. David Montgomery, 8 touchdowns, 4.7 per carry, 1,300 yards. Amon-Ra, 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Our new rookie tight end, 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Jameson Williams has really not been doing shit this entire rebuild. Defensively, Roy Pryor with 136 tackles for a loss, 19 for Tyree Wilson, sacks, 15 for Aiden Hutchinson, 10.5 for Tyree Wilson. They've both been doing great. Keely Ringo with 5 interceptions. That deserves star dev, 0 safeties, and 0 defensive touchdowns. So, let's see what we got here against the divisional rivals, the Green Bay Packers, who I'm assuming they have Jordan Love. Then we can get our first playoff win in the rebuild. Let's move into the offseason. And the Chiefs beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Chris Jones wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. There are no awards here for the Detroit Lions. Dude, we're going into our final season. We don't necessarily have our franchise QB yet. Hopefully this guy is superstar, please. No, star dev. Still, that's not a bad overall. Guess he's the same place where he would have been at with Jared Goff, but except they don't got to pay him. Offensively, Lucas has superstar dev. That's awesome to see. Defensively, Sherman has star dev, Pearson has star dev, Keely Ringo gets star dev, Roten gets superstar dev, but he's still only a 77 overall without the boost. But let's move in to the re-sign players. In the NFC North, Adrian Amos retires on the Green Bay Packers after 11 seasons. We do have quite a bit of money, so I guess I can go crazy in free agency. Malcolm Rodriguez, I gave you very player-friendly, and he still don't want to be here. I'm still going to have to overpay for this because it's the final season. You might as well. He resigns. I have $86 million left to spend. I don't have an interest in anyone else there. So let's hopefully get someone in free agency. So this is all I'm going to show for free agency. We got Avonte Maddox. I offered on Kyle Hamilton, and I offered on, one more player. Who was it? I offered on, Kyle Pitts. And they all said no because literally nobody wants to play for our team because we don't have a franchise quarterback and we don't have state income tax. It's frustrating, so I can't sign anyone else. I'm going to have to make a move in the draft, so let's do it. So I know he's not really worth a first-round pick, but I wanted a slot player for our quarterback. I've completed the offense. We have a good offense, great receivers, great tight end depth, great offensive line. We have a new elite slot weapon. Not really elite, but still, he's going to be great in the slot. So this is the team going into the 4th and final season. I swear to God, we better make the playoffs. I have built you a stacked team, McFarland. I know you're only a 76 overall, but I'm just praying you somehow magically have a breakout season in your second year. Hey, Lamar did it, so I'm holding you to that standard too. As if you're a generational athlete. Anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. We actually made the playoffs coming off a loss to the Packers, highly contested division. Vikings are 11-6. We are 11-6, but second in the division, and Packers are 13-4. So, big moves. Hopefully, we can win at least a wild card round. McFarland, not a bad year, honestly. 22nd best offense, though. 22nd best defense doesn't make sense. 4,400 yards, 36 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 105 pass rating. Not a bad season for how young he is. David Montgomery, 15 touchdowns, 5.2 per carry, 1,300 yards. Receiving-wise, 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns. Defensively, Pryor, 140 tackles for a loss, 17 for Aiden Hutchinson, 11.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 9 for Tyree Wilson. Interceptions, 3 for Pryor and Kirby Joseph. Safeties, 1 for Aiden Hutchinson. Defensive touchdowns, 1 for Kirby Joseph and Patrick Roten. So, let's see what we got actually for my team ranks. Yeah, I'm changing. Oh, well, you made the playoffs on 11-6, and that's your best run yet. So you shouldn't change your playbooks. Well, I'm going to change my playbooks regardless, because guess what? My team sucks right now. So I'm going to change it back to what I originally always have, which somehow always ends up failing me because I'm retarded. But do I care? Absolutely not. Let's see if we can get our first playoff win in a decade against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm assuming not. We do. You gotta face the Cowboys. So it's probably going to all end here. We haven't won a divisional round game yet, so I'm going to hop into it since the fourth and final season. So let's move into it. So here we are against the Dallas Cowboys, and we have a 3-0 start. End of the first quarter, still 3-0, 3-3. Low-scoring game right now. Let's change that. No, let's change that for our side, please. 9-10. Finally gets a touchdown. 16-13 now. 23-13. So much is happening now. 23-20. So many points are being scored, but it's not enough for a big enough gap here. 26-20. It's getting down to it. Just run the ball. Why did we punt? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's 4th and 20. Do not sell this. I swear, I can't believe that I have to hop into this, dude. The CPU is beyond retarded, bro. Beyond retarded. It is a pass. I can guarantee you. It is a pass, bro. Okay, just don't get my... EA Sports. You pay for this dog shit every year. Dude, just... No. Let me hop in and play the rest of the defense because I know the CPU is retarded. Thank God. I know that if I didn't hop into that, the CPU would have just got an auto touchdown. Let's move to the conference championship. Here we are in the conference championship here to face the 9-8 New Orleans Saints, who was Jamal Williams' team, but apparently got cut. So let's move into it. Here we are in Detroit with the home field advantage, even though we didn't even win our division because the Saints are 9-8. I'm assuming they didn't win theirs, obviously. So 7-14 start for us in the second quarter and 7-21 at halftime. Good stuff. So, okay, 7-20. Yeah, it's too far of a gap. No, never mind. right as I say that, no way you're going to choke. Do not choke this. What are you doing? Third down alert. Just run the ball. Just run the ball. Thank God. We are done. I can't believe they almost choked a 3-score lead. Let's move to the Super Bowl. And for the first time ever in Super Bowl history, the Lions have appeared in their first Super Bowl. That's right, the Lions have never even been to a Super Bowl before, but offensive upgrades, nothing. Defensive upgrades, Tyree Wilson gets Superstar X Factor, and that's it. Okay, that's pretty cool that Tyree Wilson got that. We're here to face the Miami Dolphins and Superstar X Factor Jalen Ramsey. Let's see if we can top it off. Miami gets home field advantage here, but for some reason we're listed as the home team. It is 0-14 start. Nice stuff. 0-21. I can't speak too soon because last time it didn't work out well. 4-score lead. 5-score lead. Okay, yeah, I'm going to say it. It's too far out of reach. They score a touchdown. It's gone. Sorry, Dolphins. Way too far out of reach. 15-31. Okay, nice comeback. Not good enough. 23-31. Can't believe we had a 5-score lead. And they managed to make that a 1-score lead in the end. We almost choked that, dude. Whatever. We win the Super Bowl, and that's going to be it for this video. I did not expect that to honestly pan out that way. I solely thought we were going to completely miss the playoffs in the beginning of this. But hey, we win the Super Bowl with our new quarterback. I should have more faith in him. No, I'm kidding. Schemes is what made it happen. But anyways, guys, thank you guys all for watching. Let me know which team you'd like me to rebuild next. Pete Warner wins the Super Bowl MVP. Packers with their new QB wins the league MVP. But anyways, guys, once again, I do thank you. We're going to look at this team for the final outro. We have a bunch of money to spend in free agency, $142 million. But apart from that, guys, once again, I thank you guys all for watching. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.